Happy Black History Month. I will rise up, rise up. In honor of that, um, a lot of the videos I make this month will be centered around that. Um, Now, first of all, why Black History Month in February? Why is it the shortest month? Maybe I'm too woke. But no, I I've got some Black heritage myself. Uh, I love my African family, so I will rise up. Anyway, let's get into the dick and balls of this video. Now, you have been sold a lie when being taught anything about Africa. If it's from a European perspective, which most Western schools are, they really diminish a lot of African history. And today I'm going to be talking about African architecture, because I see this shit a lot where motherfuckers who have no business talking on it or really understand it, they're like, oh yeah, they're living like mud huts, right? This is the most fucking stupid shit I've ever heard. And I want to talk about, there are a lot of African cultures that do make huts, but it's not because they're fucking primitive like you would have been taught. It is because ecologically it makes the most sense, and environmentally they the materials they use and the design of the round shape, as well as this fucking of the roof, it means it expels heat very easily, especially because of the material. So it's not because they're fucking stupid or primitive. It's literally because if you lived in Africa, that is what you would do. And also, attributing every African society to huts is ridiculous, because there have been so many literal empires in Africa. I implore you to look up pre-colonial African empires or pre-colonial uh, African architecture. Especially in a lot of parts of West Africa. First of all, the Malian Empire, that fucking shit was huge. Um, and Mansa Musa built Timbuktu. Also the Egyptian Empire, but a lot of that gets oh no, they're more like Arabs, because they don't want to attribute, great architectural accomplishments to black Africans. But the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians were black. And also, and another thing is the whole conspiracy theory of, oh, did aliens build the pyramid? Stupidest fucking shit I've ever heard. You don't hear that shit for the Great Wall of China. It's because it's in Africa. I was like, maybe I'm too woke. No, I'm not. But yeah, that's why that bothers me, man. You also had the Ethiopian Empire, Greater Zimbabwe, the Ghanaian Empire. There has been a lot of African empires, and they're usually just glossed over in history. You look at any medieval history shit, it's just what was going on in Africa? Nothing, nothing. It's ridiculous, especially since we are all come from there. Unless you are hyper religious and don't believe in evolution. But if that's the case, this is gonna fall on deaf ears anyway. But yeah, we evolved out of Africa, so the disrespect that it gets is honestly ridiculous. Now there were some African civilizations that were nomadic, used bows, spears, and didn't really build much infrastructure, but they are just as valid of a civilization as the ones who did make like fortresses and cityscapes and all that, because those do exist. That's not the Europeans didn't automatically now Africa's like civilized. That's so fucking stupid. And also, um, one major thing that Africans were doing way before Europeans, bathing properly. I'm just saying, working plumbing, they had that shit for fucking ages, bro. Um, Also, they use metal as well. I don't like the whole fucking sticks and stones. That shit is just wrong, and it's ignorant. So I want, well, if you want, just do your own research into African architecture, because it's quite unique. Um, like if we're just talking about like huts, right? There's so many different types of designs, but they all follow the same principle of expelling heat effectively and being like insulated well. Um, and fuck, it's a bit hot, man. I wish I was in a hut right now. Anyway, um, yeah. And then if you look at like the more grandiose cities, they also have a quite unique design. Um, and when Europeans, especially like West Africa, when they went there, like they saw like these major cities, and they were like, well, it's different to how we do it, so it must just be shit. Like that's basically what happened. And also, it is in Europe's best interest to portray Africa as primitive in every way, so that they can steal their art, their gold, diamonds, any of their natural resources, extort the people, enslave the people. Like, once you start dehumanizing them, then that's fucking makes it way easier to commit atrocities against them under the guise of conquest or bringing civilization, as if it's not already there. Um, but yeah, that's probably it for this video. Shout out Black History. Shout out Africa. Shout out, colonization. Those guys are fucking cunts, and their current what is it? Successors, descendants. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. Their descendants, for some reason, are like still portraying this nonsense. Um, and I'm probably gonna make more videos on this, because I mean, it's interesting, and how like history is usually so whitewashed or just like straight up wrong for a lot of different parts of the world, because it benefits whoever is currently in power. Yeah, this is interesting. Um, but yeah, this is the end of this video. Look up pre-colonial African architecture, and it's quite cool. And what they're doing now is actually really cool. That has like the more like modern contemporary designs, but still has like the traditional design. That a lot of African architecture is quite pretty. I must say. Anyway, signing off.